Hello from Myrtle Beach. Today we're going to take you on a drive down Ocean Boulevard. If you're not familiar with Myrtle Beach, Ocean Boulevard is the main strip where all the hotels are. It's sometimes called Hotel Row. So to the right is the ocean and to the left is what they call Second Row. Hi, I'm Carmen. If you're new here, we cover everything in Myrtle Beach and the surrounding area. And if you're a return viewer, welcome back. We are so glad to have you with us. It is a gorgeous day here in Myrtle Beach. So we're going to take you on this drive. You can just sit back, grab a drink, and enjoy this leisure drive down Ocean Boulevard. Like I said, it is so nice today. This is that perfect kind of weather. We always get questions about what time of day it is. It is about 10 a.m. That Residence Inn by Marriott is just to our right, and we do have a couple of videos of that on our channel. We stayed both oceanfront and ocean view and filmed that for you. So if you're interested in that, you can check that out on our channel. Just go to YouTube, search for Carmen and Brian, put in Myrtle Beach Marriott Residence Inn, and that'll pop right up. Same for anything you'd like to know about Myrtle Beach. You can just put Carmen and Brian in Myrtle Beach, and just about any topic, we've covered it. We have many videos on Myrtle Beach, so you can find just about anything you'd like to know about the attractions and things in the area. And if you're interested in other places to stay besides that one, we do have a hotel playlist. We are locals and we live here, so we don't stay in hotels a lot, but we do have quite a few, and we've toured some of the newer ones, so you can check out those videos on our channel. Now I'm going to give a little disclaimer. Since we're behind this golf cart, it probably won't look like we're going terribly fast, but we always get comments saying we're going too fast, that we're speeding. The camera makes it look like we're going faster than we actually are. It's a fish lens camera, and so it does distort that. We always go on or at the speed limit or below, so don't worry about that. We are not flying down Ocean Boulevard. There's lots of pedestrians, bikers, so it's definitely a road you want to use caution on. If you would like to see a slower version of this video, and I say that a little ironically at the moment since we're behind this golf cart, but if you'd like to see a slower video, you can actually look up on our channel, again, Carmen and Brian, and we have bike videos of Ocean Boulevard where we bike in these bike lanes, and they do have bike lanes on both sides of Ocean Boulevard, so that's an option if you are a biker. Of course, do that at your own risk and use caution, because there are a lot of people here from out of town, and so those people don't always know, where they are. They're looking at their phones, they're trying to figure out where their hotel is, so just keep that in mind if you decide to go biking here. But otherwise, other than the safety, it is a good place for biking because they do have these dedicated bike lanes. So we are going to talk about a couple of new hotels and other things that are going on. And also there's some new buildings we were going to show you. Hopefully Brian will notice those when we go by. Sometimes it's hard to see when you're filming, but this overpass you see here, they're actually going to have another overpass at one of those new hotels we're going to talk about. So this will not be the only one, the only pedestrian bridge over Ocean Boulevard. This one is for the Landmark Resort. They also have this $3 million water park over here to the left. And I've gotten a lot of questions. Can you go there if you're not staying at Landmark? Not to my knowledge. You'd have to contact Landmark and ask, but I think you need to be staying there to utilize the water park. I don't think you can pay separately for that. But the couple of big hotels that are coming are really huge and exciting, so we'll definitely share those with you. And also let us know in the comments where you like to stay when you are here in Myrtle Beach. That helps other viewers, especially if you really like the place, or if you stayed somewhere that you didn't like, you can let us know that too. It'll help other viewers that are trying to figure out where they would like to stay when they come to Myrtle Beach. Myrtle Beach does have a lot of options. You've got hotels, you've got condos, you've got high rises, small rises, really everything in between. Some Airbnbs as well, especially if you get more towards the north or the south. On this main strip, there aren't as many Airbnbs, but there are some, especially in the form of condos for sure. So up here in the distance, we're coming up to Family Kingdom, so we'll talk about that when we get a little closer. Also, the hotels, you'll see several of them are doing some renovations right now. Those I would expect to be wrapping up fairly soon because we're getting into the sort of busy part of tourist season. It's just now starting. You can tell by the traffic and stuff, and I'm not talking about the current traffic. It's on beach time, this is early. A lot of you laugh when I say 10 a.m. is early, but I'm not talking about for me personally. We get up really early. I'm talking about if you're here on vacation, 10 a.m. is early for a lot of people, especially to get out on the road. They might go walk on the beach or something, but they're not going to jump in their car and get on Ocean Boulevard this early. If we film this later this afternoon, this video would take forever because of all the traffic. So here's Family Kingdom that I mentioned. They do have a new ride this year. It's a new thrill ride. So if you are into that, you definitely might want to check that out. But we have a full video of Family Kingdom showing everything except the new ride because that's brand new. It's right there. It's this purple and yellow ride that you see right here. They've got it covered right now. But it's one of those pendulum style rides, so that's pretty exciting. Also, they've moved some dirt over here in the old Splashes water park location, so maybe they're finally getting ready to do something with that primo piece of property. We will keep you posted on that. If you're not familiar, Splashes water park was there. It closed in 2020, never reopened, and they demolished it. To the best of my knowledge, it was owned by Family Kingdom, the same people as Family Kingdom. I do not know if the land is still owned by them or not, but we will keep you posted what they're doing there because that's the first changes I've seen to that since they demolished the water park. So that's pretty interesting. So as you can see, some of these hotels are huge, big high rises, and I will tell you from us staying in a high floor in that Residence Inn, you get some spectacular views in those high rises, but I know not everyone likes high rises. So you've got a lot of other options here too, which is nice. Everything's not exactly the same. And you've got everything from really expensive to, you know, less expensive. I wouldn't say anything's cheap, especially in the summer. The prices here can be pretty crazy. I think it's pretty shocking to some people. There's the Wicked Tuna. There's the restaurant there, but they also have the 2nd Avenue Pier there as well. And we're already parallel with the Boardwalk. The Boardwalk here is about 1.2 miles, but they are talking about expanding that to 17th Avenue North. We will see if that happens, and that has to do with one of these new hotels that I was talking about, so I will try to point that out when we get to it if I can remember. But if you would like to see a tour of the Boardwalk in detail, we have that on our channel as well. Cover that, and we give you both. We have both biking and walking tours of the Boardwalk. We get questions: can you bike on the Boardwalk? Yes. In the off season, you can look at the City of Myrtle Beach's website. They actually have a really good website with all the regulations. But in the off season, you can bike on the Boardwalk anytime. During tourist season, you can only bike on the Boardwalk from 5 a.m. to 10 a.m. And of course, if you're going to do that, yield to the pedestrians. You know, don't go barreling through at a high speed. You know, bike nicely if you're going to bike on the Boardwalk. I get questions about e-bikes too. I am not familiar with the regulations related to e-bikes, so I'm not even going to speak to that. Here's Sharky's, and to my knowledge, I don't think they have a lot of specific regulations, but I would definitely check their website. And then here is this new condo building we have been following for you for a long time. This is right on the Boardwalk. And I'm talking about this building right behind the Diplomat sign. So not the Diplomat, but the one right across there. They have what looks like storefronts in the bottom and condos on the top. They are just continuously working on it. It seems to be a massive project. This has been going on for a while. For a long time, that lot was vacant, and then now they finally are doing the work there. So we will just continue to keep you posted. I personally am excited to see what the stores will be, and I'm sure some of them will be restaurant type options as well, and that is facing the ocean, so those are going to be some really nice condos. It's interesting they have these boards. That's kind of new. I wonder what they're doing there. And so you do have a few eateries right here. We are getting into the central most. Oh, there's a Mediterranean grill that looks new to my left. But we are getting into the central Boardwalk area where you've got the Skywheel, you've got the Ripley's attractions. Here are the volleyball courts to the right and the old pavilion area to the left. That's where the Pavilion Amusement Park used to be many years ago. If you remember the Pavilion Amusement Park and you loved it like we did, leave a comment, let us know. You see the beautiful ocean over here. This is a great area. There's so much to see and do. We actually cover this side of the street in detail in our Boardwalk tour. We actually circle around and show you all of these attractions as well. And we also have videos on all the Ripley's attractions. There's a lot of Ripley's attractions here, and we have videos on those as well. You can check those out on our channel. So like, if you've ever wondered what's inside Ripley's Haunted Adventure, or Ripley's Illusion Lab, or Crazy Golf, you can check, or the auditorium, we cover all of that and show you the inside. Here's the Skywheel, always beautiful, and added a lot to the Myrtle Beach skyline. We have both sunset and daytime rides on that. Highly recommend it. Got some thrill rides over here if you're interested, like one of those giant bungee, drop tower, spinning arm, just all kinds of extreme thrill rides if you are into that as well. I am not. Brian is. Between the two of us, I am not into thrill rides. I mean, I've always enjoyed roller coasters. There's the beach house and stuff like that, but I'm talking about more the extreme is not my thing. There's riptides. We've hit the time of day where all the trucks are here stocking all the food eateries and restaurants and stuff. People getting their breakfast. There's the Olympic Flame Pancake House. A lot of you have said you enjoy that. It's always busy. When I was growing up, my dad always said it was a good sign. If something's always busy, that's a good sign that the food is good. And up here is called the Boulevard, and they have a whole bunch of businesses. There's like a Starbucks and an arcade and all kinds of things in that building. So that building has a lot of fun things to offer if you are staying near the Central Boardwalk area, or if you just come down to the Central Boardwalk. By the way, if you're interested in where to park when you come to the Boardwalk area, we have a video on that, including we show some free parking. So again, just search for Carmen and Brian Myrtle Beach Boardwalk area parking, and that should come up. Okay, here is one of the locations for the hotel that they are building. This is going to be Jimmy Buffett's Margaritaville Resort. I mean, look at that view, and that is the point to where they are talking about extending the boardwalk. But that will be on both sides of the road, not just that side. It's going to be a pretty massive resort with that breezeway across the top of Ocean Boulevard. So that is pretty exciting. And then up at 23rd Avenue North, I'll go ahead and talk about it because we may pass it quickly. There is going to be a Hilton Vacation Club property called Ocean's 23. I guess that goes along with the 23rd Avenue North. And they have already started breaking ground and working on that. Whereas the Margaritaville Resort, they're still in the, permitting phase. They have been working with the city council and they've approved their architectural design. So they are moving forward, but they haven't actually started breaking ground. Whereas the Hilton property, they have already started breaking ground. This might be it right here. Let's see. I think that is it right there, because I think we're coming up to the resort that they bought the property. So it looks like they finished their grading. Yep, that was it. And so they bought some property from the boardwalk, so that was definitely it. And then also coming up, you'll see this blocked off area. They are doing, actually you can see it from here, you can see the crane in the distance. They're doing this ocean outfall project. So what that is, it's where they're moving the gross storm drain water. Here we go, is another view. They're moving the gross storm drain water so it doesn't just spill out on the beach. I always see people letting their kids play in that. Please don't do that. It's full of bacteria and germs. It used to spill out onto the beach. They are systematically moving those drains way out to sea. So it is great for everybody. It keeps the beaches clean. Now kids won't be playing in it. It's like I always want to run over and say, don't do that. Here's the Lost My Miniature Golf. That's actually the only mini golf that is on Ocean Boulevard. But if you would like to play more mini golf, they do have mini golf, like a ton of it. There's so many mini golf places here in Myrtle Beach on Kings Highway, which is just to the left here. If you took a left on almost any of these streets, you would hit Kings Highway, which is also sometimes called Business 17. It's actually both names for that road. But coming up here towards, right past this sort of larger hotel, we're going to pass the Sea Captain's house. I want to give that a shout out. We have a couple of videos, both inside and outside dining, meaning each of our videos are inside and outside. that is probably Brian and I's favorite seafood restaurant here in the Myrtle Beach area when you're looking for fine dining. And when I say that, I don't mean fancy. You can go in there in shorts and a nice shirt. I just mean not quick service. But also a little shout out, we haven't passed it on this drive, to the Kakalaki Fish Company. We actually like them for fresh seafood as well, but they're more casual. So here's the Sea Captain's house. They do serve breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and they do have some amazing outdoor views of the ocean. So that can be a really nice place to go. If you'd like to learn more about Myrtle Beach and the surrounding area, be sure to click on the video on your screen right now. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time.